60 or. You draw Corker. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. A gain of 32 that time. How about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
Set 70, Indy. I got you. Hey. That's me. Alert. Hey, Sam off.
2nd and 11. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 23.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And now it's 2nd down.
10 Lobo. 5. General West. Ready?
2nd and 10. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Here we go. Set. 8 lead.
56. Tackle. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hey, lock it.
Check that.
Bravo.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46.
Yeah.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
56. Mike, 56.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Back to the air on second down. Lawrence. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
You're not ready.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Now.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
Pass over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Boyd. 25 yards that time.
Let's go.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and goal from the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Martin, the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Here's Hines. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Check 56.
He don't know no better.
Check.
Yo, cheetah.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
I'm here all day.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the deep.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Lawrence over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down.
Hey, order.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Let's go.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 4. Throw left side, complete to Isabella.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Box drop.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
On 4th down, Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Hey.
Watch that.
Leo, go.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey,
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Look at me. Zip. Ready?
Back to throw here. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Josh Allen picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They'll look to throw here. He gets this one to Boyd. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Yo, go, go.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Able to find Isabella. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hey, ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, dude. It's just me and you. Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
Yeah, baby.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, high 7.
58 for Mike.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 23. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Go, go. Hey!
Now back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think...
And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Go, set, 90, Wolf.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You think you gonna get this?
2nd and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Hey, hold it.
Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38. Guys, it's game.
Yeah. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We got this. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
56. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, watch.
Now.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Ready.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Switch. Bravo.
Spike 56. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Hey, tight.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Smooth.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Switch up.
Throwing again. Lawrence. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
56 is the Mike.
Know your job.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, exit.
56. Mike's 56. Bandit.
Hey, Sam on.
Kill.
Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
At the 47-yard line.
Set. 70. Indy.
54. Watch 54. Man out.
Big Griffin.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get your swerve on. Hey.
5.
Now a handoff looking right. And they can't bring him down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Ready.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go again. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Yeah. Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Hey, defense. Hey,
Go.
let's go.
To throw again, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Yep.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Hey, Alpha.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Crunch time, defense.
Hey, Lee Griffin.
They'll drop to throw.
Let's go.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15 left.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I'm loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting.